The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Lance with a tap forward and a jet sweep.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
From the 36,
Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect them to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Over the middle, complete. That's Peterson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
And they'll run again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A great play there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number 1, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Lance now to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. Playoff picture here, and you see they've got that number 2 spot right now. Obviously a lot to like about that and where they're at in this home stretch of the season, but that first-round home game is not guaranteed, Charles, until they lock up their division.
Bottom line, win the division, stay number 2, you get a favorable game at home to begin what you hope will be a nice postseason run.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Morgan. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Simmons. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals hit 13-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So now we're on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
Maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
They'll run on 1st down. Shields. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. And now they'll throw with Lance. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And again back to Kmet. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And it just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Simmons.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peterson. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Just a 4-point game that time, and it ends with a Bengals score.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half.
He's got a man complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lance. Rifles well, that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for Bengals TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet. And they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Let's go on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here's Lance to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, still throwing here with a big 3rd quarter lead, but that time this defense gets a measure of revenge.
One of the few positive moments they've had. either side of the football, really. Things have definitely not gone their way, but maybe their offense can seize on this and put some points on the board.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Lance looking to throw it. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll look to set up his blockers. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Let's go now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changed. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Morgan. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just added into that big lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense back out there. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Lance now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Ford. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The Lance going to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. That's complete right side to Kmet. He'll get it inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Lance on the keeper, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. For more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. On 1st down, Lance. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because Your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really come much of a